So another thing that, when you have tremendous loss in your life is that, you're looking for a big support system. It's very difficult, at least for me, because I don't have a big support system. And because I don't have a big support system, you start looking for a support system in very sometimes unusual places. Like a guy came to my house. His name was Dave, and he was delivering oxygen for my mother. My mom just passed away. Oh my God, rest in peace. I love you, my angel, my mama. Oh, only you only have one mom. It's so sad. I got into a long conversation with him. Yeah, I was just telling him, I was like, "You're never gonna believe this, but she just passed away, my mom." He's like, "Oh my God," and we just started talking. Next thing I know, he's telling me his whole life story. That he's getting divorced and he has a kid and all this stuff. I'm like, "I'm so sorry to hear that." We became like best friends. You start you start trying to find support system in all different places, but the problem is that see, Jennifer, this wasn't a problem. This was a beautiful thing. This was an amazing thing. Jennifer was with me like all day long, all afternoon, all evening. You know, we were lucky that way. I was her caretaker. I was always with her. I was with my wife. She was with me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So it's like, you understand, she was my full time support system. I was her full time support system. So when you lose something like that, you kind of still want that. You still want that full time, 24-hour, 7 day a week support. So you can't get that because people have lives. People are working jobs. They got their family. They got to go to the football game. You know what I mean? They got to do things. So that's the problem is you're still looking for something you previously have had, excuse me, that you don't have anymore. And you could tend to become, I guess, relentless in a way, like people sometimes get annoyed. Like let's say someone's talking to you for like an hour and then you call them back, maybe, I don't know, the next day, or they're like, Rich, look, I love you, Rich. I love you, right? Yeah. You got to stop calling me a little bit. And then you get heartbroken over it. You're like, now the old Richie, I was just talking to this beautiful person, Lacey from Brooklyn. I want to give her a big shout out. Huge shout out to Lacey from Brooklyn. Lacey, I love you with all my heart. She's been my best friend throughout this whole process. We talk a lot. She's a big supporter of A Father on my channel. She's a wonderful, wonderful human being. And she's from Brooklyn, just like me. I love you, Lacey. Big shout out to Lacey from Brooklyn. Um, but I was telling her how the old Richie was like a powerhouse. I wouldn't care if someone didn't want to talk to me or if someone did something that, whatever, like, Rich, lose my number. I say, no, no, you lose my number, I'll say. I'll double down on that. I was a tank. I was an Italian tank. But now it's like, it kind of like bothers me. I'm like, someone who really, like I said, like that guy Dave who came to my house. I don't know who this guy is. But we had this long conversation. He was just bringing oxygen for my mother. I'll talk to people at the supermarket. I'll talk to the pizzeria guy. And you actually almost feel hurt in a way if they don't want to talk to you again. It's a tough thing when you lose someone so special to you, so important to you. It's really hard. I don't know what else to say. It's so hard. I got my kids though. I'm spending a lot of time with them, and they're giving me a lot of love. They're giving me a lot of support. Thank God for my beautiful children. But even at some point, they want to do their own thing too. That's what happens. They got to go to school. They got to go to sleep. So there are times like I'm with my kids all the time. I just want everyone to understand. But there are times where they're doing their thing, and I hate being alone. I just hate the loneliness is a killer. I hate being alone. I'm not used to being alone. I'm used to having my wife by my side 24 hours a day. So it's a big adjustment. Um, Nothing is gonna ever replace my beautiful Jennifer, man. What the most amazing wife, mother, lover, best friend. Jennifer dedicated herself 100% to me. She was hopelessly devoted to me, just like that song by Olivia Newton-John, hopelessly devoted to her children and her dogs. You're talking about the greatest wife, the greatest mother, the greatest human being. I miss her so much. I love you, Jennifer. I miss you so much. And this is a hard one. This is tough. You know, like I said in my last video, they say God only gives you what you can handle. He definitely gave me a lot here, a little too much. But God bless all of you. Please read the description of this video if you would like to support our family in our greatest time in need. God bless all of you.